Let's see.
They're talking about his situation, his whole situation.
With his lady?
Yeah. What do you think about that one?
Yeah, you know, I like Travis Hunter, bro.
No, it has nothing to do with him. He's a fucking phenomenal player.
He's tough.
Yeah, he's tough.
Real Heisman, real player,
tough.
bro. Like that. Yeah, I rock with bro, but I mean, shit. Let me just say, if it was me, hell no, you wouldn't see me around her ass.
Damn.
Talk too crazy, bro. Like that's disrespectful, man.
Yeah.
I don't like disrespectful shit like that.
No, you said it, bro. I'm the same way, bro. That Arthur fist, bro. I be getting that shit in, bro.
Nah, you don't want to throw the Arthur fist on no girl, bro.
No, no, not a girl.
All right, man.
Yeah, I'm talking about like a guy.
Yeah,
no,
you
yeah.
mad and shit.
Yeah, nah, not that.
No, I ain't. Like, I don't know. If I wouldn't, I mean, if I was Travis, yeah, I'd probably drop her or some shit.
Shit,
but
man, there's plenty of fish.
He ain't me though. Like, you know, do what you want for real. At the end of the day, I ain't tripping. But I hope he get it right. Fuck, I'll be hoping he do things right. You know.
For real.
We'll see, man.
It wasn't a dream. It really happened.
Hey, your boy got to be 100. I agree with LiAngelo Ball in this situation, man. I agree. Hey, it's the failed athlete. That don't mean you got to fail in life. You know, I appreciate all the support. I appreciate all the love y'all really been coming through. This whole Travis Hunter fiasco, it's been a melee. You know, everybody's had their opinion on it. Everybody said what they have to say. Now you see LiAngelo Ball. And shout out to LiAngelo Ball. He's that middle child, so he usually gets lost in the sauce. He usually gets lost in the translation. But he's been there from the very beginning. Don't forget about Chino Hills. Don't forget about the contribution he had to that team. The Ball brothers, they usually fly under the radar. Me personally, if I was LiAngelo, I probably would have stayed overseas. Developed my game a little bit, you know, got my name up, got my rank up from overseas, did what I was supposed to do, and hopefully double back to the league. You know, LaMelo tried to get him in over there in Charlotte, didn't necessarily work. He's overcome some obstacles. Remember, he got into that whole situation out there in China where the president, yours truly, had to bail him out of there, had to get him out of China, right? But that overseas route probably would have worked. I remember Justin Holiday. If y'all don't remember Justin Holiday, he went to UW. He's part of that Holiday Brothers trio who is vastly underrated. It's probably because they quiet though. But yeah, that's a brothers trio. And Justin, he really had to work for it. He was the oldest brother. And I remember in high school and at UW, he kind of played like a big man role. Like he kind of played that power forward position. He elevated his game. Obviously, he was undersized for that. He was able to go overseas, elevate his game, get with his brother, get with his little brother. You know, his little brother was meant for the league the entire time. With those two stamping it, he eventually got in the league. And I think the same thing could have happened for LiAngelo, but it didn't necessarily play out that way. But it's cool. He's still a Ball. He's still getting money. He's still doing his thing. But in order to talk about LiAngelo, we truly got to bring up his pops, right? We got to bring up LeVar. We got to bring up the head Ball in this situation. An amazing father, understanding not only the business, but the entertainment factor of the game, right? LeVar Ball didn't hold his kids back. He didn't keep his kids on a leash. He let them know exactly what it was from day one. Hey, y'all, this is a business and you got to entertain. You got to put asses in the seats. And LeVar Ball was a great marketer, an astounding marketer, right? He was able to do what he did in a fashion that people weren't too familiar with. They hated to see it. They hated that he was loud. They hated that he was boisterous. And they hated that he had so much confidence in his kids. It was kind of like, well, damn, LeVar, why do you have to be so loud? Why do you have to be so boisterous? Why do you have to put other kids down while boosting your own? People couldn't see what he was doing. They didn't believe in him. It's cool. He didn't need you to believe in him. He believed in himself and he believed in his boys. As I feel like every father should, right? He wasn't just easy on them guys. He gave them tough love. He let Lonzo know at one point, hey, Lonzo, you damaged goods. And don't forget, Lonzo, if healthy, one of the greatest point guards in the NBA right now, period. Lonzo, a healthy Lonzo Ball, he's a player's PG. He gonna push the ball up. He gonna lob it. Get out to the lanes. Run them lanes. Lonzo gonna find you. Lonzo gonna do what it do. People forget about them UCLA days when Lonzo was putting a team on his back. that ugly ass jumper, hitting it though. Coming down, hitting that jumper at Chino Hills, banging on stuff at Chino Hills, making it look easy. Then you had little LaMelo as a youngster, just coming down threes from half court, coming down, putting up 92-point games. You couldn't stop that family. Not to mention Jello with the 3-ball. Jello's shot was automatic back then, people. We not going to act like he didn't do what he was doing back then, man. Don't discredit the kid. I remember they destroyed Mater Dei, and he was on his way to UCLA, and then got caught with that stealing case. They took him out of UCLA. People don't necessarily know how that would have worked, right? I don't think Jello would have been Lonzo, but he would have been solid. I think that probably hurt his career a little bit too, but that's cool. Doubling back to LeVar, this cat is the reason why we have NIL to this day. He's the reason why you have G League Ignite. LeVar Ball pressed the issue and said, you know what? You guys are doing these kids a disjustice by having them go to school and not giving them any type of dough. You making all of this money off of these kids, but yet you not feeding them nothing. I watched Lonzo sell out UCLA games. I watched Lonzo put UCLA on his back and got nothing in return. That's cool. Maybe they was getting something under the table. Who knows? But the reality of the situation is, by law, they weren't able to get nothing. So what does LeVar Ball do? He says, I'm going to take matters into my own hand, and I'm going to start a league of my own where the kids can get 10 bands per game. Yes, I said it, 10 bands per game. Oh, my Lord. They start opting out. They start opting out of college. They said, forget college, I'm going to go play for LeVar's league. We get 10 bands a game. I can play in LeVar's league, and if I'm NBA, if I'm that nice, they're going to eventually pick me up. I'll be good, but I need this paper. I need this chalup. I need this chili right here, right now. And that's just what it was. So we got to give LeVar Ball credit that the people aren't willing to give him. Yeah, stay in your lane. Stay in your lane. I remember when the media tried to crucify this man. You ain't crucifying him. He's still him. He's always going to be him. And there was one thing in specific that he told his kids that really sat with me. He said, sons, you're not going to find nothing but 304s at this point. I got hoes. I got hoes. That's all you coming across. All you coming across is hoes at this point, sons. Because you've made it to the point to where you can't trust a woman for actually loving you for you. Those days are over. If you didn't come up with her, you're not going to find you a good woman like your mama. We came up in college together, she rode for me during all the hard times, and look at us now. You're not going to find that. And that's that game that a father should bestow upon his son. That's that game that dads need to be preaching to their kids, especially when they make it to that level. Now, did his kids follow that route? Lonzo, he got his high school girlfriend pregnant early, and I believe they're no longer together, but you don't hear any problems from Lonzo's baby mama. You hear no problems at all. Originally, she started a little ruckus, started a little fuss. They got that taken care of. It was over and done with. And then you got the youngster. You got LaMelo. You got young LaMelo, right? He playing with them older chicks. He playing with the older IG model. That older IG model realizes, hey, this is my last and final run at the game. Let me go ahead and play this how I'm supposed to play it. Maybe I get a baby out of this. But at best, I get some great bags, great gifts, a ton of trinkets, and I get to, parade around with this NBA player. It is what it is. But I think that LeVar's word is solid when it comes to the baby boy, when it comes to LaMelo. He'll be a complete fool if he got that woman pregnant. She's much older than him, much more seasoned. That's what a lot of these dudes is going for. That's his preference. But I think he's just having fun with her. But the reason why we're here is for LiAngelo. Now, LiAngelo is with Nikki Baby, right? Used to be with Safari, used to be Love and Hip Hop. She comes from money, comes from big money. Her people own a few strip clubs, getting down and dirty. That money been coming to her for a long time. They got money. The pops, LeVar Ball, he said, hey, I like Nikki. You know why I like Nikki? Nikki was able to just pull up and she was able to cop that Cullen in and say, you know, we gonna use this for a family vehicle. Nikki, the only girl who liked Jello for who he is. Because 9 times out of 10, she probably got more money than Jello. She coming from more money than the Ball family. Now, of course, the Ball family has accumulated millions with Lonzo and LaMelo, but that's their money. So who knows what Jello is really working with? I mean, I know he got his mansion. I know he doing big things. I know his brothers chip him off. I know Lonzo done looked out for baby bro. And I know LaMelo done looked out for big bro. That shows in trying to get him signed with the Hornets. Like, they're looking out. They're chipping him off, and he's good. He's well off. Don't get me wrong. LiAngelo Ball is well off. But Nikki Baby, his chick, might have more money than him. Now, my thing is, how do you critique a Leanna Lenee when you're somewhat dealing with the same situation? Maybe you haven't been publicly disrespected, but it baffles me. I asked the question, damn, have these youngsters really did their research? Do they really know who the type of chicks they're dealing with? Or did he always want him a Nikki Baby? Was he lusting after her when she was on Love and Hip Hop dealing with fake producers back in the day? Remember Molly Mall? That cat who claimed he was just big in the record industry. Lord knows he just had money and just paying people off type deal. But he was a big time producer. I heard she was a part of the Taz Angels, allegedly. And y'all remember Taz Angels. They was state to state with it. You know, they was state to state. Eventually, the man who was running Taz Angels got investigated by the feds for sex trafficking. He was going state to state, crossing state lines. So that was what it was. I haven't seen anything that necessarily proves that. That's alleged. But she was frustrated about that leaked sex tape that she had. She hurt your son's mama. Your son's mama, Jello, is all over the internet busting it down. And this is what you chose. So it's a little ironic to me to see people speaking out on this Leanna Lenee situation. Yeah, her information is coming out day by day, and it's a new story about her day by day. But damn, if this ain't the pot calling the kettle black. And like I said, Nikki, she's been pretty private. She's been pretty to herself. But that tape is always going to be available for access. Yo kid, if he get older and somebody start joking on him in school and saying, I seen your mama busting it down on all fours, what can you say? That's just an L you gonna have to take. That's an L your son gonna have to take. Now, I know your son is gonna be a little baller. He gonna be league. He gonna do what he do. We gotta stop questioning these athletes and telling them to look for better women and telling them they need to be doing this and doing that. They gonna do what they do. They gonna impregnate these women and they gonna live life with these women. That's just what it's gonna be. I just hope that you made the right decision. I can only hope that you made the right decision, because Lord knows I hate for her to have all this dough and still end up taking all of your money. That's the sad part about this, because that's how that shit really can go, especially in the state of California. You know what I mean? But the beauty part of it is she does have her own money. She is doing her own thing. She doesn't seem to be giving LiAngelo a hard time. She may really love him for him. We got to think. He's the only one out of the group that didn't make the NBA. He didn't make it. Or maybe she just got her a youngster, somebody who was young, gullible, dumb. He was lusting after her the entire time she was on Love and Hip Hop. Said, damn, if I ever get to any type of status, this is the type of woman I'm going after. And he got her. He got her. But at the end of the day, man, as long as you happy, you happy. People gonna do what they want to do. I just found it kind of funny how he was commenting on Leanna Lenee. Meanwhile, your girl got whole sex tapes out this thing. Meanwhile, your girl used to run them streets with Safari. Meanwhile, your girl's whole past is on display. Drea had to be right. Drea kept it a bean when she said whole facts can be erased. If you stay on the straight and narrow, if you stay out the way, if you stay out of them clubs, and you present yourself a certain way, and you getting money, and you're presenting yourself as classy, and now you elegant, and can't nobody tell you shit, hey, listen, those whole facts are no longer. They're null and void. But shout out to LiAngelo, man. Shout out to your son. Wishing that family nothing but blessings. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comment section. Should people like this be able to comment, man? a failed athlete, that don't mean you got to fail in life. Let's go.